April 1985. The most beloved product in America, executed by its own maker. No rival killed it. Headquarters did, at a glittering press conference with a smile. And this autopsy is backwards. The victim woke up on the table stronger than before. Strangest of all, the new recipe won the taste tests. The revolt was never about taste. After the war, 6 of every 10 soft drinks sold in America were Coca-Cola. By the 80s, the lead had shrunk 15 years in a row. The crown was melting. The challenger's weapon wasn't a factory or a formula. It was a blindfold. In sip tests across the country, people kept choosing Pepsi, the sweeter sip. On camera, every commercial delivered the same message. Your favorite drink is losing, even with your own tongue. In 1981, a new chief took the throne. His rule: no sacred cows. Not even the formula, locked in a vault for 99 years. The mission got a code name: Project Kansas, and absolute secrecy. $4 million, nearly 200,000 taste tests, the biggest study in company history. The verdict was unambiguous. The new formula beat the rival and beat the original. The data said yes, louder than data had ever said yes before. Buried in the numbers, about 1 in 10 testers turned hostile at the idea of change. And the secrecy hid the one question that mattered: how would replacement feel? April 23rd, 1985. New Coke was announced to the entire world. And the old formula itself? Discontinued, not retired, not put aside, erased. They didn't just launch a product, they took one away. 99 years of shared memories, recalled from the shelves like a defective part. The taste was better, the math was perfect. The revolt began within hours. The hotline used to take 400 calls a day. Soon, 8,000. Furious. 40,000 letters. One addressed simply: Chief Dodo, the Coca-Cola Company. This wasn't feedback, it was grief. People spoke as if something had died. A man in San Antonio drove off with $1,000 of the old stock. Basements filled with hoarded bottles, reportedly 900 in a single home. In Seattle, one outraged customer declared war: the old cola drinkers of America. $100,000 campaign. Even a federal lawsuit dismissed from court. Then a newspaper blindfolded him. He couldn't tell the two apart. and it didn't matter. He wasn't fighting for a flavor. He was fighting for a memory. Even Castro mourned his favorite soda, proof, he said, of capitalist decadence. A senator on the Senate floor called it a meaningful moment in US history. "79 days. That's how long the empire lasted against its own customers." July 1985. A news anchor broke into a soap opera with urgent news. The original was coming back. The country stopped. Some people wept. "31,000 calls in 2 days. This time they were thank yous." Pepsi had already declared victory. Full-page ads and a day off for every employee. Their chief even wrote a book about it. The other guy blinked. He celebrated too soon. The corpse sat up on the table. Coca-Cola Classic came roaring back. By early '86, the crown was reclaimed. Conspiracy theories bloomed. Surely this was the plan all along. Genius disguised as disaster. The company's president answered, "We're not that dumb, and we're not that smart." So, the diagnosis. The data was real. The tests were honest. The answer was still wrong. A sip test can measure sweetness. It cannot measure a goodbye. Because people don't taste with their tongues alone. They taste with their memories. The lesson. Your customers own what your product means. Even you can't take it from them. Next on Empire Autopsy. The social network bigger than Google. Gone in 4 years.